Bravo, Jack Cafferty, for telling it like it is about the Chi-Coms. On April 9th in the Situation Room, Jack had the misfortune to say that China was full of goons and thugs. Well, he's right. CNN apologized, sort of, by saying that Jack wasn't referring to the people, but to the government. But Jack, he didn't realize he was setting off an international incident. This weekend at CNN headquarters in LA, 5,000 Chinese turned out to protest Jack's comments and demand that CNN fire him. CNN, do not fire Cafferty. I don't think you will, but you never know how far this is going to escalate. The protest was clearly orchestrated by the Chi-Coms. Why would Taiwanese flags be there, I ask you? Taiwan and China don't get along. China's trying to give the impression through this propaganda that there's one China, which they've been pushing all along, of course, but Taiwan obviously is at odds with that. They're not communist. There were protests overseas, in China, demanding the firing of Cafferty. Over in Paris, same sort of thing. There were anti-Tibet protests in China as well. Whose bright idea was it to stage the Olympics in Beijing, I ask you? Athletes have already been told that if they even mention Tibet, they'll be ejected from the Olympics. What a nightmare this is going to be. And guess what? The United States and other governments are complicit in China's corruption. China has high-powered lobbyists in Washington. The U.S. government may talk the talk on human rights, but it's basically lip service. They don't give a rat's ass about human rights in China. It's all about money. Look at the toy companies. Do you think that they didn't know toys in China weren't laced with lead? It's cheap to produce goods over there. It's all about money. And I don't know what the quid pro quo here was with staging the Olympics in China, but obviously it's backfiring big time. All of this started in the 70s when Richard Nixon had his famous tilt toward China. Then Hamas-loving Jimmy Carter, over there now kissing the ring of Hamas terrorist leaders, de-recognized Taiwan in favor of China. So Taiwan lost its embassy status, and China got the MFN, Most Favored Nation status. He doesn't care about human rights. Jimmy Carter, he gets a Nobel Peace Prize. Don't get me started on that. All I have to say, you people over here, you Chinese people, protesting, go back to China, where there's no freedom of the press, where Big Brother is watching you, where you can have one kid. Go back there if you don't like it. Please, people in the media, don't buy into China's orchestrating these protests over here. It's a bunch of BS. And CNN, again, don't apologize. Please, let's not get to the point where our media is as repressed as Russia, where this week a newspaper in Moscow was shut down because it wrote that Vladimir Putin had secretly divorced his wife and was planning to marry a 24-year-old Olympic gymnast. We don't want to get to that point. You can't kowtow to these thugs and goons.